that the United States government should develop the moon in the subject of water, minerals, and energy. Being that I'm in favor of the government in developing the moon in the specific area pertaining to energy. Um, if you don't know, some resources here on Earth are not always the best, but with the idea of developing the moon, it may provide a solution to our problem. With developing the moon, we may also harvest minerals on the moon that will help mining the actual moon. Let me give you a definition. I would like to clarify. Definition I would like to first clarify would be, what does development mean? Well, when talking about development, it can mean something that can grow on something or experience or elaborate on something. Today I'll be talking about how we can grow from the moon by using its resources as benefits for Earth. One problem with Earth is that the use of energy is not the most recreational or safe for Earth. There is a known better source of energy found on the moon called helium-3, which I'll later expand on. Another reason the government should put forth more effort to develop the moon would be the moon minerals that we also could use for other machinery on the moon. But you're probably going to ask where the funds would come from to pay for this, and the University of Wisconsin has already looked into this, and we came up with a detailed cost and analysis for this whole project containing parts that you might think that would come along with this plan, like such as the mission to the moon, the actual base needed for miners when arriving, other costs. Through this, is considered that the total cost would be $1 billion, with annual inputs of $200 million through the compromise and operating costs. It may seem like a lot and hard for people to fund this, but I believe that we could fulfill this, such as like we did back in the 19th century with railroads. If we have the public and the government support like we did back in 1862, I strongly believe that this advancement towards the moon would provide the same success as the railroads did. Subpoint 1. The mining on the moon will provide Earth with a better alternative energy source called helium-3. In 1985, engineers at the University of Wisconsin discovered that lunar soil contains significant quantities of a remarkable form of helium, which is known as helium-3. With helium-3, we can have safer ways to create energy while doing significantly less harm to our Earth. Harms right now for our major source of energy, we're using fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and natural gas. This source of energy is not the cleanest for the planet because of the high radiation it puts off. And according to the National Academy of Sciences, in 2008, 49% of electricity we use is from coal, meaning that basically half of our energy we are using is not clean at all. Inherency, coal is not providing us with clean energy, so why should we keep using it as an energy source if we have discovered H3 to be better? According to Richard S. Lewis from Columbia University, he says helium-3 can be used in nuclear fusion to provide mass amounts of energy without the radiation. And there are 100 million metric tons of H3 deposits on lunar regolith of the moon due to the solar winds. Subpoint B. One may ask how much energy H3 will actually provide us. Well, scientists from University of Wisconsin have looked into this and said that H3 contains 10 times more than the other known fossil fuels on Earth. And not only will we be saving more money with this, it provide better energy with the H3 energy source. Scientists at the University of Wisconsin show that 1 ton of helium-3 burned with 0.67 tons of oils can in the same amount of 1 ton of H3 burned with 0.6 tons of deuterium can produce 10,000 megawatts of energy. And the same amount of energy produced from oil required 130 million barrels of oil at $20 per barrel would cost 2.6 billion totally. Thus, the energy from this helium-3 would be worth $2.6 billion on Earth, said by Kulinski 2004. Argument. As for the moon, we are working on conditions for elements also found H4 on the moon, and H4 also a valuable source that can be used to create hydrogen and can generate electricity in the fuel cells to be used for the machines that are actually on the moon. According to Richard S. Lewis. Solvency, therefore, providing companies with public H3 is cleaner and alternative for the energy and will help them lean towards wanting to provide and help with this new advancement and drop the old one, such as all the fossil fuels we're using for energy. Seeing that the moon can provide cleaner way and more powerful energy source for the Earth can bring new ways of living and thriving to mankind in ways that we've never seen before.